Hello, welcome to another special edition of the No Choftes podcast. I'm your host, Stel, and on this podcast, we only get legends from Omonoia, and we have another one. We've had Leandro, we've had Matt Derbyshire, we've had Noah Kaseke. Oh, blimey. Timo Wenzel, welcome to the show. Tiganis.
Everything is good. Bravo.
He still knows his Greek.
No, because I want to be serious. I want to be serious.
You don't have to be serious on this podcast, Phillip. You don't have to be serious at all. There are no rules on the No Choftes podcast. That's called No Choftes. We just do whatever we want.
Bravo.
How was your Christmas and New Year?
Yeah, it was nice because my kids was with me because my kids they live not with me, so they live with my ex-wife. So it's sometimes I see them maybe after 4 weeks, so they're still there. Maybe 1 week they was here, and it was always with the family, with my girlfriend, and we have a great time. But this was only 7 days, so they are still now in the house from the mother. It's around 350 kilometers, so it's really far away. So
wow.
I didn't see them every week. So, but they are grow up. They are 15, 13 years, and everything is okay.
That's good. That's good to hear. And I'm glad you're coping well with the whole lockdown issue, because I know Germany have had their own corona issues, haven't they?
Yes, the pandemic is now it's very bad because 9 o'clock we are still at home. We cannot out after 9 o'clock in the afternoon, in the night. So we have to stay together in this very bad time. But we are strong. We are a strong family and also a strong country. But it's very hard, very hard. But I think it's everywhere in the global of the world.
Yeah, we've all got the same problems and issues, but it's how we react to it and how we stay positive, and that's the best way you can attack it, really. Just be positive and try and make the most of the time that you have.
Yes, of course.
There you go. Right, my friend, let's start from the beginning. You, if I'm not mistaken, you come from Ulm, is that correct? A place
it's
in
correct.
Germany?
Yes,
yeah, that's right.
Correct.
And that's home of Dieter Uli Hoeneß and also Albert Einstein, is that right?
And Timo Wenzel.
Timo Wenzel. There you go.
I have to make sometimes a little bit of joke. Yeah? I think.
Well, listen, you deserve one. You deserve one. But I told you this before. You're a legend anyway. But listen, I know that you started at your local team, but then you ended up at Stuttgart, where you played for the under-19s, and you worked your way through up to the first team. When you were at Stuttgart, now forgive me if I'm wrong, but I'm not sure if you mixed with the older generation like Thomas Berthold and Zvonimir Soldo and Balakov and Kukai. Were they there when you were at the club?
Yes, I play with Krasimir Balakov. I played with him 3 years together in the Bundesliga. He was, I think, in this time, he was the best player in the league. It was amazing. And also after Alexander Hleb, maybe somebody that was in Barcelona and in Arsenal in London. It was a great player. We have a great team. And the friendship was unbelievable. We go maybe 2 times per week. We go out not for a club, only for a restaurant, for a dinner, for cinema. In this time was Phillip Lahm also in the team. And we have a young generation in this time because the club have not too much money. So we have a chance to grow up from the under 19. We grow up, and in this time was when you play Bundesliga with 19, 20 years, it was amazing. Now, if you play with 22, 23, you are old. It's unbelievable, the change. In Moukoko, he's a big talent in Dortmund. He's 16 now. He play now in the Bundesliga. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, that's right. And we've seen a lot of players break through at Dortmund. We've seen Reina, we've seen Haaland obviously coming over from Salzburg. But it seems to be a league where a lot of players can develop. There's an English player also, not just Sancho, but there's Jude Bellingham at Dortmund.
Yes,
but also Bayern have got their own dearth of talent. Leipzig have got their own dearth of talent. But when you made your Stuttgart debut, I think that first season you guys came, where were you, 15th that season? Is that correct? Were you 15th in your first season, your professional season at Stuttgart?
No, this was my first team in the Bundesliga. It was my first team. Or what do you mean? I don't understand.
In the table.
In the table, yes,
in the
yes, in the table.
yeah.
The club was very bad. It was very bad. They don't have money. They have to say, because they changed. Ralf Rangnick was the coach, and they changed him because in this time we play UEFA Cup it was Celta Vigo. It was my first game to go with the team. I was, I don't know, 18 or 19. And I think in this time, Colina was the referee. You can imagine. A long time. And we come back to Germany, and we go out from the UEFA Cup, and the club changed the coach. So Felix Magath is coming. And but he give a shit for names. And he say, I don't care if somebody he plays good or he's good in the training, he get a chance to play. And I play with him, I think 65 games. So it was really my coach. He gave me the chance to play, and I take the chance, and from day I play in the Bundesliga. Yes.
It's interesting to hear about Felix Magath, because I know he had a spell at Fulham in England, and it wasn't too great, and people were laughing about his coaching methods, and someone was saying that he used cheese to help a player get over an injury. Is this common, or is this just some rubbish nonsense that you hear from the newspapers?
No, he's a coach. He's a fantastic coach, but like from the discipline. But from human to human, he have some problems, because he was really hard. The training was unbelievable. Sometimes, we was 19, 20, and in this time you don't ask the coach why we make this or why we make this. In this time I say, what do you make? And you have to do it. And if you do this now as a coach, because I make also my UEFA Pro license, after 1 week or after 2 days, the players say, coach, I changed the team. No chance. Today, no chance to like a leadership like today. No chance.
It's understandable. Now, I had Guido Hofmann on the show a couple of weeks ago, another Omonoia great player.
Yes.
Only there for a year, unfortunately, with Ralfman.
Yes.
And we were talking about West Germany that won the World Cup in 1990. That was my favorite World Cup, and that was my favorite team at the time. I had the West Germany shirt with the
yes,
yes. I had that, and Klinsmann and Bremer and Mateus, they're all my favorite players. But I mentioned Thomas Berthold before. Did you have the chance to play alongside him or train with him?
I trained with him. Yes, I trained with him because I was 18 in this time, and Ralf Rangnick was the coach. And sometimes he looked from the under 19 to see some players, and he took always 2 players, me and another guy. And sometimes we trained with Thomas Berthold, and Thomas Berthold was he win the World Cup, and next day he stay next to you. And he showed a lot in this time, because he was an excellent player. But he helped me a lot in this time. But I don't play with him in the game. He was in this time. I think after 2 years, I played the first game in the league, and he left after, I think, 5 or 6 months. Yeah.
Well, what kind of advice did he give you, if you remember?
No, in this time he was a player. What can I say? He protect us. Right. He protect us a little bit, but sometimes he was also very straight. He say, if you don't train good, he say, you're a fucking guy, like this. But in this time it was normal. Yeah. It was really normal. But he say all the time, in this position where I play, he say, you have to always protect your mans in front, like position 6 or 8, and he next to him, and he say all time, he say, if the striker come to you, you have to stop him.
Yeah.
No chance.
That's your job. That's your job.
Yes, that's my job, because if you lost the 1-against-1, he's from the goalkeeper. So from the striker is not the problem, from our striker, but from the striker from the opponent team, if he in the 1-against-1 you lose it, maybe 1-0. So but he don't speak too much with the young guys, because he was, I think in this time, 33 years old. I think in this time he win everything, I think
More focused on his after football
yes,
career.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
But now he's like with the politics.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, yes,
That's
yes.
right.
I see him. I don't know, maybe for 2 weeks in the TV, and I speak about Corona, about the pandemic, and he don't like the how makes the politics, the German politics. He don't like it. So
Yeah, that's understandable.
yes, yes, yes,
Understandable. All right, just very quickly, you mentioned Phillip Lahm. For me, one of the greatest fullbacks of all time. He was
yes.
absolutely immense. World Cup winner, captain. He was just he was underrated, but at the same time, I think people knew his ability. He could play right fullback, left fullback, central midfield under Guardiola. When you saw him as a youngster, did you see or think that he would reach the levels that he did?
I'm honest.
Mm.
No,
Okay.
because he was. I think we rent Philip from Bayern Munich in this time, and Felix Magath. He have a good relationship with Hermann Gerland. He's the coach. He's the coach trainer from Jupp Heynckes, and I think now from Hansi Flick. And he say, we have one guy. You have to take him, and I know it because we go in the dressing room. This was the first. I think it was 2001 or 2002. We go in the dressing room and everybody have his I don't know the name, the place. You have the place and with the names.
The shirts, yeah.
Yes, and next to me was Timo Hildebrand. It was the goalkeeper, and Philip was there. And I speak with Timo and I say, "Who is this?" He was very short. He was a short guy, and I don't know him. And Timo, he told me he's a young player from the under-19 from Bayern Munich. So, yeah, okay, and we speak. It was a very good guy, but he was very quiet in this time. Also, all the time he was quiet, but the performance on the pitch was amazing. And I think his first Bundesliga game, I think he come in for me. I think because he write the book for I don't know 8 years maybe. And he writes, okay, the coach Felix Magath, he changed Timo Wenzel, and this was my first game. So, but he make a fantastic career. For me, it's crazy, really crazy. But he's one of the best player in the league or also in the world in this position.
Absolutely, and you also played with a guy called Kevin Kuranyi. So in the season where he made his debut for the club, you guys came third and you got into the Champions League. You had a fantastic time with him as your striker. He scored a lot of goals. And I think he then went on to join other clubs, but he didn't make the same impact as he did at Stuttgart.
Yeah, after Stuttgart, he changed to Schalke 04. And then he go for, I think, to Dynamo Moscow.
Yeah.
So he get because sometimes we see us together and we speak together. He's now, I think he has a sports management. I think he has some players in Germany. But in this time he was a fantastic striker. He was also one guy. He never give up. All the time he was a striker. Like I don't know. In this time I can say some other players because he was also a defender. Sometimes he ran maybe 30, 40 meters and took the ball. And after then he turn around and he make a sprint in front. So it was a good guy and a very quiet guy. But in this time, we was every time together. And but after all the players, they leave for a lot of money.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, it must have been very difficult for you guys to break into that system, by which I mean Bayern Munich were constantly winning Bundesliga titles. They had a fantastic squad: Santa Cruz, Oliver Kahn, Jens Jeremies, Salihamidzic. But you guys almost did it. You almost did it, and you gave them a lot of problems, didn't you? I remember you going to the Champions League. You played against Manchester United. You beat them at home. You beat Glasgow Rangers, a game which you scored in. Shall we talk about that game? Because you played against Henning Berg, who's the Omonoia manager.
He played there in this game?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, centre back. Yeah, with Stefan Kloss. Yeah.
Okay.
The game that you
Stefan
scored
Kloss was
played.
Really unbelievable.
Yes.
But I listen a lot of good things about the coach. no, I'm very happy for my colleague, because he's also coach, and all the time we respect each other, and I cross my fingers maybe to take the championship this year.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, look, tell me about that game then against Glasgow Rangers. The goal that you scored. It's all right.
It was, I think, it was the best day in my football career.
Yeah.
Not in my life, because in my life was the born from my children's,
Of course.
but the football life was unbelievable, because the stadium was full all the time. It was full. We beat them. We go in the next round. I think the next game was Chelsea.
Yeah.
And it was a night to be like David Beckham, or like Lionel Messi, or like Cristiano Ronaldo, because every team, every watching team, every TV station, they want to interview with you. Mm-hmm. So I think I stay 1 hour after the game outside, and one day was good, but I'm not the guy to make this every day.
Well, listen, it was a monumental moment for the club. I know you beat Panathinaikos home and away, I think it was. You beat them 3-1 away. You beat them at home. Games that you started, and then you obviously scored against Glasgow Rangers. You played against Manchester United at Old Trafford, where you played against, I believe you played against Van Nistelrooy. I think Van Nistelrooy was striker.
Yes, he was there in this time, striker, yes.
What was he like as a centre forward to play against? Because as I said, you played against some quality players in the Bundesliga, as I mentioned, Santa Cruz and Roy Mackay. What was Van Nistelrooy like playing against?
I'm always honest. In the first 45 minutes, you didn't see him, because we make a fantastic game. It was 0-0, and 45 minutes, 1-0 Van Nistelrooy. One cross, 1 second, we didn't look about him. I think Phillip was behind me, I was in front of him, and he was between us. And the cross was fantastic, and he scored, I think, with the header. 1-0, it was the halftime. And it was amazing feeling to play in this stadium. But we make a fantastic game, really, because it was the last game in the Champions League in the round. And we was safe in the next round, so we can play free. So in this time we play a fantastic game, 90 minutes, but we lose 2-0. But I think if you lose in Manchester United in this time 2-0, I think it's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a bad Man United team either. Obviously, that was when David Beckham had left. I think they brought in Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm not sure if he played that game, to be fair.
Cristiano didn't play.
In this time, no.
So in Stuttgart, he played.
That's right, yeah. So they had the likes of Quinton Fortune, Mikel Silvestre, Rio Ferdinand, I think, played in that game. Yes. But, you played against even tougher opposition in the Bundesliga. You played against a Bayer Leverkusen team with Berbatov, with Yildiz Bastuk. Fantastic footballers. Yes. I need to ask you a question in terms of the standard of defending nowadays, because I think that it's lowered a lot, the standard of defending. There are a lot of defenders that are very average, and you look at them, you're thinking they wouldn't be selected over other players in your era. So if, for example, we look at, I don't know, Virgil van Dijk, fantastic defender, maybe he would have been able to play in your era. But then I look at other defenders, and the choice isn't as good as what it was back when you were playing. Do you think defending has changed or got worse?
No, I don't think so, because I think the defending, for example, the best defending, I think, is Virgil van Dijk, Sergio Ramos. There is one of the best defenders in the world. But in this time, you get a lot of experience, because in the beginning from your career with 18, 19, I think you are not strong enough to go maybe 10, 15 years on this high level. For me, was so after 25, 26, I get my experience, and after I was I read the game different. So all the time I speak with my teammates, because from behind you see a lot of space. You have to organize a lot. But I think the defending now, the players are more faster, I think, because now always the guys, they are not roboter, but they are, in my opinion, they are machines, because every 3 days they will play. It's not always about the defenders or the strikers. I think it's global. It's all the whole team. But in the end, I think the defenders is not for 10, 12 years better like now. I think you have more good defenders maybe for 5, 8, 10 years maybe. But on the highest level, okay, the guy from Juve, the young guy, he's now, I think 20. De Ligt, he's now, I think 20 or 21. But also, you play this year a very good season in maybe in Ajax or maybe in Germany. The next year, they will pay you for 60 million. So this is strange.
Well, this is it. This is it. And
the football will go. The football doesn't broken, but this is too much money.
Yeah, I agree. And if you look at the defenders that were available in your day when you were playing, if they were playing now, they'd be worth 3, 4, 5 times the amount because they knew how to defend better. So you know, it is what it is.
That is what it is.
There's a game maybe I shouldn't mention. You played against Bayer Leverkusen, I think, while you were at Kaiserslautern.
6-0.
Yeah.
6-0.
Now, I mentioned this game because this Bayer Leverkusen team were absolutely fantastic. But again, they almost won everything, but they didn't. You know, why do you think it fell off for them?
It's a question. I think they play a fantastic season in this time. I think, or maybe 2 years. I don't know. It was a fantastic team, but in the end, they get nothing. So they get, I think, the cup second, the league second, Champions League second. I think the head was in the last weeks the problem, because they say we win the league, we can make history this year, but in the end, maybe the head was not free. I think they want to try it. They want to give everything, but in the end, they lost everything.
Was that a mentality though? Was that a mentality thing? Because when you look at Bayern Munich, who won everything, or okay, I know Real Madrid won the Champions League that season, but when you look at the likes of Bayern Munich, who had players that had won a lot of trophies, you had that kind of mentality, the winning mentality. Do you think that was the main difference? Because the quality was there for Leverkusen. I said they had Berbatov, they had a whole heap of players that you can call upon, and Lucio, for crying out loud, one of the best defenders of our generation.
Roberto,
yeah. Yes. Bayern, yeah.
But I think the words, it's only one word. It's the experience, I think, in this time, because Bayern Munich, they play every year for the championship, every year. And Leverkusen in this time, I don't know, they win nothing. I think they never win the champions, the league.
No,
and this was the first time. And I think the last game, they didn't go in the game like this, you know. But in the head, something was wrong, and it's a good question. But I think it was the experience in this time, in the right time, you get your performance.
Yeah,
and the performance was in this game nothing. The special was in this time in Stuttgart when we was table 15. We play. I think we have 34 games, and the 33rd game was at home against Schalke. Schalke was first, Bayern Munich was second. We was 15. If we win the game, we are still in the league for safe, sure. And we win the game in the 90-minute, 1-0 Balakov. And the last game was Schalke against, I think, Unterhaching. It was, and Munich play at home, easy game. And both of them, they win. And Bayern Munich was take the title.
Yeah.
So
they always somehow managed to win that title, didn't they? Bayern Munich. They always seem to do it last gasp, or just like just one of those teams. Teams. Very quickly before we move on to Kaiserslautern, because I know you had contrasting fortunes at the clubs. Alex Hleb, you mentioned him earlier. What a talent he was! I remember when he joined Arsenal, and everyone in the Premier League was saying, "Who's this guy? Who's this guy?" but he came in and the skill that he showed, the ability that he showed, they sold him to Barcelona and he went from up here to down here. What was he like at Stuttgart?
Alex was a player I didn't see like this player again, because he was young. He has a right foot, a left foot. He was unbelievable fast. 1-against-1, you lost all the time. And he get to Arsenal, and I think he was there 2 years or 3 years. He played also fantastic seasons. And after he moved to Barcelona and he didn't play. For me, this was unbelievable, because I say, which quality have Barcelona? Because this guy, he didn't play. I never see this guy in 1-against-1. He destroy everybody. Really, he destroy everybody. But in the end, it was the best player. One of the I play with a lot of good players, but Alex was one guy in the offense, like 1-against-1. I didn't see one player like him. No chance.
Yeah,
he was a big talent from Russia, White Russian, and I think he stopped last year. I think.
Yeah, one hell of a
because
talent.
today it's unbelievable. I have to show you something. Please wait.
No worries.
We was in this time, I don't know in English because it's another word. The young guys, for example, the young guys, 1.0, it was us. It was this picture.
All right. Yeah.
Kuranyi, goalkeeper Hildebrand.
Hildebrand, yeah.
Me. This was Alex Amanatidis. He's now in PAOK, second coach. Right. And Andreas Hinkel, he played in Celtic and in Sevilla, and Christian Tiffert. And this guy, there is now in Stuttgart.
So they're comparing them now. They're comparing them now.
And it was today in the newspaper, and we have a group in WhatsApp with the guys, and they say today was in the newspaper how he looks like the Backstreet Boys in the boy group in this time. It was today in the newspaper, and we have a good relationship until now.
You guys should do a Zoom podcast and just record all your memories. You should do that and release it.
It's a good idea, but I'm not like with the technique and.
It's all right. Someone will do that for you. Come on, I tell you what. I bet you any money. Sooner or later, Stuttgart will ask you guys to go to the club and do a video with them all together.
Yeah, maybe. So we are still in Facebook or in Instagram or in WhatsApp. We have a group. Sometimes we play every second year together against another team to see each other, to make a little bit fun. And but it was good guys. Yeah, really, it was good guys, and we had a good relationship. Yes,
I'm glad you're on Instagram. I'm gonna have to start following you now. So
okay, bravo.
My stories are a bit wild, but that's why the fans love it. So what can I tell you? Right, very quickly, Kaiserslautern. You played under Eric Gerets, another legendary manager, absolutely fantastic. But there were a lot of defenders at the club at the time. Lucien Matoma had joined, Hani Ramsey, the Egyptian, Nzelo Lembi, loads of players. So were you told, you're going to get your opportunities at the club? Because you've come from Stuttgart, where you're playing Champions League football, to a team that's maybe not as good.
Yeah, in this time, to be honest, I never play every week. So, and it was 2003, 2004, and my big target was the national team. Because I was young, I was a German guy. 2006 was the World Cup in Germany. So this was my big target, and I want to play every game, to get more experience. Maybe with 26, I can play in the national team and I can play in the World Cup in Germany. So in this time, I speak with my manager and I say I want to leave. I want to leave to another club. I want to leave in Germany because I want to play every game. I was in the young team. I was in the under 19, and you are not like this professional player if somebody take you, because always they say you are talent. It's a young talent. It's from the own city and like this. It also was with the for example, was also with the money, because they took some other players, they get a lot of money, and you are the young guy, always the young guy, and I want to make the next step, and for this reason I go to Kaiserslautern, and I think Kaiserslautern was 17, 16. The club was very bad in this time, and I say I go there because if we stay in the league, you make a fantastic job. And in this time was Miro Klose there, Dominguez, Hani Ramsey, Steffen Freund, also very big players, Lokvens, Christoph, and we stay in the league. So in this time, I say I make the best decision. But after I get the captain, the coach, he said, Timo, you are my captain for the next season. It was the Austrian guy, Kurt Jara, fantastic coach. And I say, yes, I will try it, because I was 25 or 26. I was for this.
You're still young.
For the captain was too young. I think I was the youngest captain in the league, and it was very bad for me, because I was not strong enough to take the problems from the player, because the problems from the player, they come to me, they say, Timo, you are the captain, you have to speak with the coach, blah, blah, blah. I say, okay, I will do it. And this was a big mistake. So in the last year, I didn't play. I play only 4 games, and I say, okay, I want to change to Augsburg.
Well, it's interesting that you mentioned that they give you the captain's armband, because as you mentioned, Miroslav Klose was there. Wasn't Stefan Freund
there? No, he
there?
left in this time after the season, he left to Werder Bremen.
Right.
Okay. Yes, and this was a new team, and also Christian Nerlinger from Bayern Munich, Glasgow Rangers, Carsten Janker. The players, they come to Kaiserslautern, and the new coach, he say, I want to be, you are my captain. And,
right. Wasn't Allintop there? Allintop and Stefan Freund, weren't they there?
Yes.
But they had more experience, so why weren't they given the captain's armband?
I mean,
I'm not knocking you, but
okay, in this 6 months when I leave from Stuttgart to Kaiserslautern, okay, I play every game from the first minute until the last minute.
Right.
I play really good in this time, so we stay in the league. Not to be I play very good, but in this time it was really. And the coach, he say, you play a fantastic season. I want you're maybe the next national player, so I want to be the captain. I want to help you, but it was not good.
Yeah, do you know what? It's interesting how the dynamic works when it comes to selecting captains in Germany, because we've seen in the past the likes of Oliver Kahn, who's a goalkeeper, to be the captain, but then we've seen also the likes of, as I mentioned, Lothar Matthäus and Jürgen Klinsmann as being strikers. So it's not as if they just choose a captain because they want a player to be a captain. They have to have a captain. They choose a player because of their attitude, because of what they bring to the team and all that. So yeah, listen, there you had that opportunity. I'm sure it's a great learning experience for you as well.
Yeah, of course, because in the next time I get very easier. I was in Augsburg, I think second captain, and in Greece they say after Omonoia I was the captain in the first season, and always they ask me, you want to be the captain? I say the first time no, because in Kaiserslautern it was very bad for me, and in Greece was also, they say, Timo, you have your attitude, you're a great person, you're a good player, you are you're really a good guy, and everybody looks to you, and we want to be our captain. And in this time I say no, but in the end I say yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right. So you got your move to Omonoia 2008, a season where I believe we signed about 23 players that summer. It was crazy. Okay. Okaz joined, Gostandino joined, Clayton, Alabi, I believe, Niculescu, another signing. We signed a lot of players, but then you came in. Now, did you know much about Omonoia before you joined the club? Because I spoke to Guido Hoffmann, obviously, as I mentioned before. He didn't know too much about the club. He bumped into Rainer Ralfman in the lift. Didn't even know that he was going to be there. But you had a compatriot there as well at the club. Was it a move that came out of the blue? Did you know much about the club?
I know the club. Yes, I know the club because in this time when my manager, he said, we have an offer from Omonoia. In this time, it's sure you look about you read in the newspaper, and Rainer Raufmann, him only from the name. I speak to him, and in this time I say, no, I want to change. I want to change to another country. I want to change a new area in my life, also with the family, and and we play against St. Pauli Saturday, and Sunday we fly to Cyprus. And okay, we speak. I go out, and the manager he speak about the contract, this, and after 1 hour we say, okay, we meet us. And my manager say, you want to sign today? I say, what today? I think we come here to Cyprus to see everything. You see the training camp. I didn't see the training camp. I didn't see nothing. I see only the Hilton Hotel. But for me was okay. Not the money. For me was also only to go there to grow up more like a foreigner, because I was all the time in Germany, and this time was for me a great time, very successful with the club. I think we write a little history with the big team. I think in every year we have a good team, but in the beginning, Mr. Tulitz was the coach. It was in the beginning was a little bit strange because we train a lot because it was also very hot. I know Noel Kasek is a good friend. We meet us last year in Dubai, and it was strange. We was in Slovenia. We train a lot, and the coach was not so free. Okay, he was maybe under the pressure because he have to take the championship. I think we get the second, and we lost in the cup half final or semi-final, and after I think he throw him out. So, and then come Takis Lemonis, and experienced coach. I think he was in this time for us a good coach, but I think he have some problems with the Cyprus peoples. I think you know more because I didn't read the newspaper. Always I was in the training. I give my best, and after I go home.
The thing is, you hear all sorts of things about what happens in Cyprus because someone knows someone that knows someone. That's just how it works, and the newspapers find out more about players and staff than the players actually find out. It's incredible. But that first season, as you mentioned, we came second, 5 points behind Apoel. Were you disappointed that we missed out? Because to be fair, in the playoffs, they weren't too bad. I mean, beat Anorthosis. I know we lost to Apoel, but we lost to AEL. We beat AEL twice. We beat Anorthosis and we drew against Apoel. But do you think it was the league results that let us down as opposed to the playoffs?
You mean
the first season?
The playoffs was in this time very bad for us, or what do you mean?
Well, we missed out on the league title by 5 points, I believe.
Okay,
if I'm
yes,
not mistaken.
Yes.
So obviously they use the league points and then they add them to the playoff points, don't they?
Yeah.
And then they combine it. But we lost the title by 5 points. But the playoffs were good. We beat AEL twice. We beat Anorthosis twice. And okay, we lost to Apoel. But where do you think in the season you felt we're not going to win it this season?
I don't think not even one time, because I think we say we can take the championship, but I think in this time was a lot of new players, and in this time Apoel was the big favorite, and I think in I don't know, we lost in the semi-final. You remember in
the cup? I know.
Yes, and in this time we play in 1 week 2 times. 1 time in the cup and 1 time in the league. And I think in the league we lost or we played draw. And it was in this week we lost everything. We lost the cup because we go out, and we lost the championship. And the fans they throw us with the stones. Stel, this was my baddest time in my football career, because after then I say, if happens this another one, I will leave for sure. Because for me this was crazy.
But you never experienced anything like that before in your life in Germany. Everyone seems to be much more happier. And even when you lose, you're going to get criticism, but you're not going to get that kind of treatment that you did in Cyprus. Now, again, did you expect that to happen? Because I'm sure you've heard stories, or I'm sure you've heard different things that have happened in Cyprus, Greece, Turkey. This must have come as a big surprise to you, though.
But in this time, I never listened this from somebody. They will throw stones to the bus, or they want to catch some players, because it was so far away from myself. Because in Germany, if you lost or if you lose, okay, the fans, they will shout to you. Everything is okay. But if somebody come and they throw stones, it was for me really bad. I know the day like was yesterday, because I didn't forget this, because Elias Haralambous and I think Dikumana died for 2-3 years. It was strange. I don't know. You hear about this?
No.
Dikumana, yeah, he died.
Oh wow.
He was really sick. He was
I didn't
sick.
know that, actually. I don't know why. Wow.
He was a good guy. He was, for me, was a great right back, full back. He was so fast. He was a machine. He was a good guy. But I listened for 2 years. He died.
2 years ago. Wow, blimey. That shows how out of touch I am.
Yeah.
I'm not crikey.
Yeah.
Wow, blimey.
But that's the life. But okay. We lost. I think we get the second point, but everybody was how's the name? Was I enttäuscht, Schatz? Disappointed.
Disappointed, yeah.
It was disappointed, yes. And for this, we make like this in Germany. We say, okay, the season was finished. We have to start the new season.
Start for the next year.
The second season, we take the championship. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, look, before we talk about that season, you played against AEK in the UEFA Cup. I can't even say UEFA.
Yes.
UEFA Cup qualifier. Beat them 1-0 away at the Olympic Stadium, and then drew at home. So we went through 3-2 on aggregate. What was that for you guys? Because obviously a little team from Cyprus going to Athens to embarrass a team from Greece must have been a big deal.
Yeah, of course it was. First of all, was Cyprus and Greece. They speak the same language. They understand each other. But you play against AEK. It was also a fantastic team in this time. Yeah, and we have. I say AEK Athens. It's the biggest club like Omonoia, or not. It's not bad, but AEK Athens it's a big club. Omonoia is also a big club, but I think AEK Athens it's more bigger club because more stadium, more people, maybe more fans. I don't know, but the best fans is Omonoia for sure. And in this time, we win there 1-0 with Cafu with the goal. Okay, we was lucky in this game, very very lucky. I think they have maybe 75 ball position in this time, but we defend a lot. So all the time we defend. We win 1-0, and the best was the second game. Yeah, it was the atmosphere was how can I say? It was so loud. My father in this time, he was in the stadium the first time in Cyprus. He say, "What was this?" And it was so loud. And we go in the next round, and it was the game was really really good.
It shows you how strange football fans can be. As you were saying, the end of the season, they're throwing stones at you. The beginning of the season, you're having these famous victories, and you got the freedom of the city. Strange.
Yeah, in Germany we say, when you are good in your job, you have a lot of they club your shoulder.
Yeah.
And if you are maybe in a bad situation, everybody shout. So you have to make your job as good as possible. You have to give everything on the pitch, also outside from the pitch. You have to speak with the fans. You have to speak with the guys from the office. Always you're personally friendly, and you have to give your best. And if you give the best and you watch in the mirror and you say, I give today in 90 minutes the best, but the other team was better. Okay, that's football.
Yeah. All right, on to the next season, the championship season. Wow. we had some famous wins, especially in the playoffs, beating Apoel, beating Anorthosi. You know, we signed some experienced players as well that summer: Leandro, Basasoglu, Zurawski, Aguiar. Do you think that made the difference from the previous season? Do you think it's very similar to what you said about Bayern Munich having that experience? Do you think bringing in those players helped us win the title because we lacked that title-winning experience back then?
Definitely, yes. Yes, but because in the first season we was a lot of new players, and it's very difficult to find the team with another. I think, I don't know, 20 new players, 18 new players, and I think they change also some players for the new season when we take the championship. And I think for me as a foreigner, I know how was the derbies against Apoel, and we lost in this time. I think both in the first year. I don't know, Stel, you have to tell me. We win against Apoel, I think, no, in the first
in
season.
the first season,
yes,
one or two,
5 points.
Yeah, 5 points. Yeah, they beat us. They won the league by 5 points. In the playoffs,
we lost all the games against Apoel.
Especially in the playoffs. We lost 1-2-1, and then we drew 0-0.
Okay.
In the playoffs. In the league, I think we lost 2-1 and 1-0. I think.
Okay. But in this time, it was for the foreigners, was the first time to play against Apoel with the atmosphere. The derby was, we fight a lot. And okay, in the first season, okay, we lost. But in the second season, we know what we do in this fucking game.
Yeah.
Because in this time, you have to be there. If you are 90% or 85%, you don't have a chance to win.
Yeah.
And I think we have the experience in this time, and also for me. But I was all the time. I was okay in every game. You was concentrate, and but especially in these games, you was all the time 100%. The focus was 100%. 1 day before, 2 days before, always the week before when you play against Apoel, and we say when we beat them, we take the championship. And I think we was also very close in this time, and in this time, I think it was the best team, of course, because I see last time when we win 1-0, when we put the green hairs. The first time Mustafi, he come to us and he say, today we make the green hairs. I say, what the fuck? No chance. Why? Yeah, we make it. And I say, okay, come, we will do it. And in this time, I think we win 1-0. And the 1-0 was fantastic. We play one-touch football. It was very good. Yeah.
Did you notice a difference in Apoel the 2 previous seasons? Because I said they won the league by 5 points, and the next season we took them out, completely took them out. Was there a massive difference in their style of play, or?
No, the team was also good, because in this time they win, I don't know, 2-3 times the championship.
Yeah.
And maybe in this time we want 100% this title in this year. And maybe they are by 95%. Maybe in this time, because it was very close. The teams was, both of them, they was very good in the season before he took the championship. In the second season, we took it. So in the third season, the last season, Apoel again, but we take the cup.
Yeah, we won the cup, but we lost the title by 12 points. There was a massive gap between us and them.
They changed the coach. Takis was not there, but Bandovic come.
But there was a lot going on in the upstairs, wasn't there? In the board. Did that affect you guys? Did you know what was going on? Because Guido was telling me that they weren't too aware of what was going on. I don't know whether it was because you guys were from a different country and you guys perhaps didn't understand the language too much, or you just really didn't have that kind of interest in that side of things. But did you notice anything strange happening in the club apart from managers being changed?
No, sometimes I ask the Cypriot players, I ask him what's happened, what the newspaper write, what's happening in the board, and they say, Timo, I don't know, because all the time they want to fight each other. Then I think Christakis Georgiou was in this time was the sport director. they say they throw him out. No, he stay. Takis he go. Bandovic he go. A new coach is coming. Okay, we took but this year was not good.
It was strange. I mean, we had
it was strange. Yes, it was strange.
Lemoniz, Bajevic, Larko. There was just constant changes. Gaiafas was manager at one point. Then we brought in John Carver, who was at Newcastle, and it was a mess. It was an absolute mess. But I'm just glad that now, we have more stability. Baba Stavro, Larko is in the background. We've got that now. So hopefully we won't go down that route again, changing managers. But tell me about the title celebrations. What was that like for you?
Yeah. In this time we play against, I think we was in Larnaca, and we took a bus.
Yeah,
I think
beat Anorthosis 4-2, wasn't it? 4-2.
Yes.
Away. Yeah.
But this was the no, I don't know. But we go with the bus in the city.
Okay.
And all the time the fans was in the streets. It was a big experience for everybody. Because when you see if Liverpool take the championship, a lot of people's in the streets, and also the same was in Nicosia. And we celebrate together. We drink a lot. I know in the night or in the morning, I think 5 or 6 o'clock, we went to Bruno Aguiar's house. We make Dort again a barbecue, and we throw some things in the pool, and we swim in the pool, and it was really strange, but it was for me was the best. If I see the fans, when I see the fans, the eyes, and it's like blinking.
Yeah.
Yes, and they say we win, and for the fans I think it was more like us. For the fans I think in this time was more a present, like for us, maybe, okay, in our history, they write, you take the championship in Cyprus 2010. But for the fans was history. Yes.
Absolutely. And, it's a moment that we will never forget. And we thank you guys for everything. It was a fantastic season. And, me living in London was very difficult to kind of celebrate that, because we don't really have that much coverage of Cypriot football. So it was just looking on YouTube or hoping to read a newspaper article online, So I wasn't there, unfortunately, to witness everything game by game, which is why for the fans that are watching, they can recollect everything now, because they've got more of an affinity with that because they were there. But you were playing. It was an incredible season. But very quickly, let's talk about 2010, 2011, runners-up of the title. I know there was a phase where, I think, was it in February, where we drew 4 games in a row, which kind of derailed our title charge a little bit. Then we went into the playoffs. What was that season like for you? Was that one of those, well, we've won the cup, we won it on penalties, but maybe now it's time to move on because I've got other opportunities and maybe unfinished business in Germany?
You mean the last year when I leave?
Yeah.
I want, to be honest, I want to end my career in Cyprus.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes. Because I think, okay, you play a lot of games. Again, a new coach is coming, and then they say they want to change something.
Yeah.
And it was this time I went to the office, and they say, we don't give you a new contract. It was in this time I was very disappointed, because I want to stay, because everything was good. 3 years in Cyprus, everything was nice. I have friends. I have a really good relationship with everybody. With the fans.
You speak the language.
I was in this time. I can read something. I can hear about something, but I don't read the newspaper. So
you don't want to.
But it was like a hammer. You have to leave, and because all the time I give everything, and it was I was really disappointed. But okay, that's the life. So I go back to Germany. I play another, I think, I don't know, 4 years, 3 years. And also we go up in the 3rd division in this time. And I make my trainer license and my coach license step by step. And But this 3 years in Cyprus was one of my everything, from the country, from the people, from the food, from the football, from everything, was one of the best decisions what I do.
Well, I had someone, Roy, asking me, can you ask him what happened between him and Christakis Georgiou? Is there anything going on between you guys that you want to talk about, or what that went on, shall I say?
No, in this time was the guy who's now in the committee. He's the sport director.
Right.
He was, to be honest, it was not strange to tell me in the face. So for this, I was sad. I was really sad. I think I was all the time a gentleman, and I was friendly and this, but you can talk to me in the face. So for this, but okay, that's it. I'm an honest guy. And also when I speak with my players, I like to be honest. Sometimes it's too hard to say you have to leave, but the players say to you, coach, thank you. You're honest to me. So
there you go.
That's it. But it was for, I don't know, 7-8 years. So
well, look, you won the Cypriot, you won the Cypriot Cup. What was that moment like for you guys, especially winning on penalties?
Yeah.
Germans never lose penalties.
Yeah, we win against was Apollon Limassol, and I know Bangura was there in the team. He was before in our team in Omonoia the first year. Bangura, you know him?
Yeah.
Mustafa Bangura.
Yep.
And we win. Tony he touched the last penalty, and after then was also that was my last game. Yeah.
And you walked away with the cup. You walked it.
Yeah.
You took it home with you.
We make in the afternoon we go also to celebrate in the city, and but I think in the morning. No, this was I think in Bruno's house. I think after the cup final.
Right. All the parties were at Bruno's house. All of them.
not always, but we make it good. Yes.
Yeah, fantastic, brilliant. Well, Timo, I've got 3 questions from some of the Twitter guys, because I didn't get the message out quickly enough, so they didn't send them over to me quick enough. So
yeah,
I've got 3 questions. Odysseus asks, who is the most famous player you've played with and against?
Okay, in the team is like Phillip Lahm, Miroslav Klose, a lot of players, really a lot of players. But they both of them was really good.
Okay.
And the opponent team, I can say Rubinho was a very good player. Van Nistelrooy was a very good player. I play against Zanetti. I play against Christian Vieri when there was player in Inter Milan. So I can't say one player. I think if I play against Messi, I think I would join Leo, but
smash him.
No, I think he was too fast. So, no, that's one of the best players. Giovanni Elber, Pizarro.
Elber was fantastic.
Oliver Kahn, Van Bommel, Ballack.
Too many.
A lot of
too many.
Too many.
Yeah. Brilliant. Well, Andreas asked you a question here. Omonoia of 0910 versus Omonoia of 2021. Who do you think would win if 2010 played 2021? The 2 teams.
Good question. Maybe from the quality, from the football quality. I think 2010.
Yeah.
But from the agilities, from the movements, from the speeds like this, I think now 2021. I think. But it's a hard question, because I'm honest. I can't see every game, or I didn't see a game from Omonoia now how they play. Maybe sometimes the highlights when they play in the UEFA Cup or in the Euroleague. But I think from the players, from the intelligent players, I think 2010 they're better. I think. But Sorry for the guys now, 2021, but I love you also, the players. No problem.
Fantastic. Brilliant. Konstantinos asks, best moments with the club?
Michalis Konstantinos.
No. I don't think he'd want to come on with me at the moment, but yeah, no, Konstantinos is a guy on Instagram he's a good friend at the moment, you know. I say at the moment, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. Yeah. Big fan of yours.
Yeah, okay. What he asked?
He asked your best moment with the club.
Yeah.
Your best moment winning the title?
The championship, yes.
Championship,
of course.
Yeah.
But in every year I have some special moments. But in the second year and also in the third year, the cup final to win the cup or the Super Cup, there are games you never forget.
Brilliant, fantastic. Well, I've got another one, but he's asked a lot of questions in Fiddle, but he's asked how much have Omonoia changed from your time playing until now, which you kind of touched upon really in the hypothetical match between the two. Have you seen any progress in different areas like the academy? I've seen a lot of changes. I don't know if you've noticed a lot of changes there, Timo.
No, I can't say nothing about this.
No. Well, we're lucky right now because we've got a lot of good academy players in the first team.
I
mean, I don't know when you were playing because I can't seem to remember that many players coming through Omonoia's academy when you were playing.
In this time was also 2-3 players. It was young players. They leave after in the second division, I think, and sometimes they come back. But it was also a lot of players. So sorry. I can't say the names because maybe they was 2-3 weeks with us, and after they was for rent for another team, and they come back maybe 1 year later. So I can't say nothing about this. But I'm very happy for this to grow up some young players for the first team. It's unbelievable. It's very good.
Yeah. Well, Timo, before I let you go, what are you doing with yourself at the moment? Coaching, all that kind of stuff?
No, now it's really easy because I stopped at 13.6 from this team when I was. It was in the 4th division. We get the 2nd point, and after my contract was finished, and in this time I want to make the hospitation. Now in this time because now I have time. It's the first time I have time. I have really time for my family, for my girlfriend, for all the time I work. Now I have a break. Now I think 5 or 6 months. But I can't to make the hospitality in Leipzig by Red Bull, and also in Valencia and in Wolfsburg, because now the pandemic, they say, Timo, you can't come because it's now in this time. But I make now every 1 week, one time a session like 4 or 5 hours, like leadership, personnel, advanced training.
Okay, excellent.
With the coach, personally for me, with leadership, with communication, with how do I look? You know, if you stay in front from the team.
Okay.
And that's it's brilliant. It's good, but I have some ideas to make maybe individual training here, maybe with some young players. But I make the UEFA Pro license 2018, and it was a fantastic experience for me. We have to learn a lot, but I have the highest level.
So the A license. You have the A license, yeah.
Not the UEFA Pro. So
it's the Pro.
Yes, right. It's the highest level in the coaching, and for this I want to try to give my best, and we will see what's happened. Yeah.
Well, touch wood. Everything works out for you, Timo. Look, I appreciate your time for jumping on the podcast. It's been an absolute honor talking to you. And hopefully one day when you're free again, we can talk more about Omonoia and the current team to see some comparisons and all that.
If you need me, you can call me. You have my number. You have the Zoom. So everything is perfect.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Paragallo.
Well, look, one more thing before I let you go. Do you have any social media you want to talk to the fans about? Tell them how they can get in touch with you, maybe on Instagram or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm in Instagram also, but I'm not every day there inside. But I'm in Instagram. My name is, I think, Timo Wenzel. I think. One. So I'm not okay. This is the social media now. It's for always for the young people and the young players. Instagram, Facebook. I watch every day, but I'm not there for maybe 2 or 3 hours. Yes,
that's fine.
But they can call me. They can ask me. It's not a problem. I'm always green.
Thank you very much. Well, look, it's been a pleasure having you back on. Guys, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We're on YouTube. I'm on Instagram at CHESTEL. Even I don't remember my Instagram. Totally. So until next time, Bedia, bamashilla kamu.